Can you help? Can you help me? Can you help? Self-Helpless! Can you help? Can you help me? Can you help? Self-Helpless! Can you help? Can you help me? Can you help? Self-Helpless!
Thanks to Blinkist for sponsoring Self-Helpless. Blinkist is made for busy people like you who want to get the main points of books quickly without reading the entire book. Go to Blinkist.com/selfhelpless to start your free 7-day trial. This episode of Self-Helpless is also brought to you by Simple Contacts, an easy and convenient way to renew your contact lens prescription or reorder your contacts from anywhere within minutes. Get $20 off your first Simple Contacts order by visiting simplecontacts.com/helpless and entering promo code HELPLESS. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another Self-Helpless. I'm Kelsey Cook.
I'm Delaney Fisher.
And I'm Taylor Tomlinson.
And today we're going to be talking about clutter.
Yes! I love this topic so much.
I know. Anytime it's in the vein of like minimalism or magical art or tidying up or feng shui, I just feel like we all get like our juices flowing, right?
So good. And we all have different tactics and stuff, which is what I love.
Yeah.
You know?
Different tactics?
Tactics of like how you tidy up or how you
that's true.
simplify your life or your stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we all have very different perspectives. Kelsey obviously is the feng shui witch. I'm the get rid of everything person.
Yeah.
And you're kind of in
I
the
like
middle,
things on
feel like.
fire, so I can't pull them out of the donation bag.
I feel like you're a happy. I think
You're a happy medium.
I'll take
between
happy
us
medium.
Crazies.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I definitely go through phases of like, let's get rid of a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I'll ever be where you're at, Delaney.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense. And the
It is
feng shui
intense.
stuff, I just don't have the talent for it, quite frankly.
It's not talent, it's lunacy. I mean, there's something wrong with me. It's an affliction. It's
a
not.
beautiful madness.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. It's always nice. Like if everything's feng shuied, you can definitely tell.
Yeah.
You know, like there's a really nice energy flow.
Yeah. I know.
I
It's
feel
just
like-
I take it too far.
Yeah,
I really do.
Kelsey.
I get paranoid.
You
Which
put
is
like a mirror over your fireplace because of water and fire or something.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's a
Kane
little
has a
much.
where bit about it now where he like
really?
yeah, how he like he was so embarrassed like looking through apartments with me, and Taylor and Kyle were there too when we looked at that apartment, and I was, so I seemed very normal probably to the landlord, and then I was like, oh no, there's a fireplace in the southeast corner, and she just kind of looked at me like, what? And Kane was like, oh God, why is she going to do this in front of people? And I was like, it's okay. I'll hang a mirror above it because mirror will counteract the fire, and that way our money won't burn up. And
Oh God.
yeah, I really said that in front of people. Like I've
yeah.
become too comfortable with the witchcraft.
I'm not that bad. I just can't.
No, you don't have to. I know how bad it is.
But you are wearing Cam's clothes because you got rid of all but 3 t-shirts.
Oh God, that is so true. You know,
Yeah.
it's all relative, people. One of us is crazy here. Who is it? We don't know. That's up to you.
I think it's a trick question. I think the answer is D, all of the
Exactly.
above.
I bet everybody out there listening has a different person who they think is the crazy one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're probably
One of
right.
us is sane and one of us is crazy, depending on who you are and
Yeah.
who's listening.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put
I
it.
like
Get on
it.
Facebook and
That's
take
fine.
the which self-helpless co-host are you?
Oh yeah.
Someone did that at some
yeah.
point.
did do that. That was
Are you a
awesome.
Taylor, a Delaney, or a Kelsey?
Yeah.
I didn't read it because I was afraid of getting my feelings hurt, but I know that it was there. No, I'm sure they were very
That's
nice.
amazing.
I was going to say too really quick that we are so close to our 500 person Patreon goal. We're like 4/5 of the way there. And when we hit 500 people, we're going to do a live stream Q&A exclusively for our Patreons, where it's going to be your guys' turn to lead the discussion. You can ask us whatever you want. It's going to be basically like an episode just for you guys.
Yeah.
So
like
if
a
you
slumber party.
Yeah. If you have not joined our Patreon, it's such a fun other part of Self-Helpless. And it's just sign up at selfhelpless.com/Patreon. Just $5 a month for some bonus episodes and some other rewards if you want.
Yeah. We're almost at 400, you guys. We can do it.
Yeah.
And we all shared our first deep shit segment on our last Patreon recording.
Yes.
Which, if you don't know, it's where we're going to be talking, like for the first 15 minutes or so of every Patreon, we're going to be sharing some stuff that we will not be sharing on the main show.
Yeah.
Because A, it's too personal, or it's just, something that you can't say, because of professional reasons or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved it. I dropped a big one. That was big for me, what I was talking about anyway.
Yeah.
Recently.
I've literally dropped big ones on Patreon in terms of a little bit of bowel
God,
movements
yes.
and some
will-
objects. So
That will be my favorite thing you've ever said to any of us.
It's so good.
It was really,
Yikes.
really good.
so good.
Do we have quotables?
Oh, yeah,
do.
we do.
I think we have multiple, right?
We do. Let's see. We have one from a helpster this week. Such a good one. A bird sitting on a tree is never afraid of the branch breaking because her trust is not in the branch but on her wings. Always believe in yourself.
Not good.
That's so
lovely.
sweet.
That is
Yeah.
nice.
So precious.
I'm sure we've done a version of that before.
I think
but it's
so.
It's so good. I like it because it makes me feel like. Oh, that's right. Like shit's gonna happen, but I can handle it. You know,
Yeah.
Like I can get an earthquake readiness kit. I can,
Yeah.
You
I
and
can
the
fight
earth.
my way.
so funny.
Well,
I know.
it's like you're in control of you and how you react to things. You're not in control of any external factors. So
Yeah.
it's like as long as you're good with yourself, you can handle anything.
Yeah.
I love
Just
that.
like a bird.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have to do a decluttering tip or a decluttering quote.
Yes.
I like this one. Stop buying crap and companies will stop making crap. Boom.
That's-
Easy as that, people.
It is simple.
That
I forget
is
to look at it that
it.
way. It's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
If we have higher standards, they have to have higher standards because they want to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to talk about this.
I just love. I can
I know,
always
you're
tell
so
when you
fired
start to
up.
like the water starts boiling inside in the Delaney pot.
That's so funny.
You have any segments?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What's it
I
go first,
don't know where
Taylor?
this falls under. If it's a recommendation or a good shit or whatever. I talked to you guys about this the other day after our meeting, but I saw that documentary called "The Biggest Little Farm" that is about a couple who just decides that they want to like move out of the city of Los Angeles and start their own traditional farm.
Yeah.
dream.
And that's like they create their own like ecosystem essentially, and so I assume so they don't have to use pesticides and they don't have to do it like a big
Yeah.
mega
organic.
farm. Yeah. And it was so good. And the guy, the husband was a cameraman for like National Geographic thing.
wow.
So it's beautiful.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's really beautiful. And it just makes you want to move to a farm
wanna
and
go there.
forsake everything.
Yeah.
Like, I think I sent you the link, and they do have tours occasionally, and we gotta go.
Yeah.
They are sold out, but
Yeah.
we gotta go.
We should go. We should make it a self-helpless trip. We would learn so much.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's right where I grew up. It's next to Simi Valley.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
I need to do that because that's like my wet dream is starting my own community.
I know.
On a farm, a plot of land somewhere.
oh my
Goals,
gosh.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have like a hot tip. I guess we have a new segment now.
baby.
So I get a lot of these hot tips from my friend Allison, who is an amazing like YouTube vlogger and travel vlogger and stuff. She's so smart. She always has a bunch of really helpful things, especially when it comes to money. So I have now found on just on any like web browser, I use Google Chrome, there are plugins that help you save money. So do you guys know about Honey?
Yes.
Okay.
I like honey.
I don't know about honey.
Okay, so Honey, it's just a free plugin that you add onto like your Google Chrome or your browser, and anytime you're shopping, once you get to the checkout page, Honey will pop up and go, hey, we have 12 different coupons that we can test to see if you can save some money. And so rather than, you know how like when you sign up for a certain website, it'll be like, here's 10% off your first order. Well, if you haven't done that, or maybe you don't know what the code is, Honey will just go through and put like 12 to 15 different codes in, and it will just tell you, hey, we found this code works for you. You just saved $7.35.
Oh, that's great.
So it's just, I've been amazed at how much money I can save on things I wouldn't have known about. So Honey is a great app, or I don't know, it's not an app, it's a plugin, I guess. A plugin.
So easy. Just go to the website and click a button and it's there.
It's free.
Yeah, it's free
It
and
just-
it's on your Chrome.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other one is Ebates. Do you guys know about Ebates?
Never heard
No.
of Ebates.
Okay. It's so weird. I still don't fully understand how they can do this, but they must partner up with certain websites. So almost every website where you are buying something, like online shopping or buying a plane ticket, anything like that, Ebates is another plugin that you can install on your Google Chrome, and it will automatically activate like 4% cash back or 8% cash back. So whatever you purchase, it just then sends you money through your PayPal.
Wait, what? How?
Oh.
It just sends you a percentage of what you spent.
What?
What?
Yeah, I'm telling you. So,
Okay, how do you spell this? Ebates?
yeah, Ebates.
Okay, I'm writing this down because I'm going to use this. Okay.
And it's free. Again, it's free. You don't have
Where's
to...
this money coming from?
I'm not sure, but I think they must partner.
Kelsey, are you part of another scheme?
I
A
know.
pyramid
I
scheme?
swear. Dude, if my friend Allison says it's okay, then it is okay. I mean, it's this really popular
Cool.
Ebates. It's like a
Dude.
really popular plugin.
Sounds
but
too good to be true. I'm in.
they must partner with these websites. So like, especially with Expedia and like hotels.com, there are different times where it will be up to like 8% or maybe even higher cash back. But it's so weird. I keep getting like emails after I make a big like airfare purchase or hotel purchase where it's like, hey, congrats, you've got like $12 coming your way. And then I just go to my PayPal and it's just sitting in my account.
Okay.
I want that.
Done.
That sounds cool.
We're all in.
Yeah.
That sounds
So
great.
I feel like I do a fair amount of online shopping, not necessarily just for like makeup or clothes or any of that shit, but for airfare and things that are for like my day-to-day traveling. And it's just been cool to see a little bit come back to me. So I just wanted to share that with you guys and our listeners.
Hell yes.
Might wanna
look
Thank
into
you
it.
for that.
Sure.
I love
Yeah.
it. Love a hot tip. Love a good hot tip. My good shit is actually for a helpster this week who shared something really big on the Facebook group recently. I don't know if you saw our helpster Jackie's post,
Yeah.
but she came out to her friends and family recently. She talked about growing up really religious and basically shared that some people reacted really well and some people reacted horribly. But like the picture she posted of herself, she looked so happy. She's being herself.
Yeah.
And then the overwhelming support that the listeners in our closed Facebook group gave her was amazing. So I just want to shout out to our Facebook group for being the best people out there
Yeah.
who are just always there for you.
Yeah.
And for Jackie, you go, girl.
Yeah, that's so
Killing it.
awesome.
Killing
Way to
it.
go.
And then the other thing I wanted to share with you guys, I finally figured out what I'd like to call my creative consulting services.
I feel like there's like a dick pun involved. I don't know.
think you guys will like it. It was so funny. I was trying to think like, how do I want to package? What do I want to call this and package it? And I was being so boring about it. I'm like, what am I? It's like I was like, I'm a consultant now, so it's gonna be the single and the triple. And I'm like, what am I doing? Baseball terms? This is not me. So I was just like, I had to kind of consult myself. I'm calling it Doing It with Delaney. And
Did I or did I not say?
Oh my God.
Did I or did I not just say I feel like there's some sort of dick pun involved?
Oh, just you wait. And of course, all the packages are double
God.
meanings. Here we go. We have the one night stand, which is one 60-minute consult with me, one-on-one. And that is for the person who wants to feel it out, no strings attached, you guys, okay? Then we have the relationship, which is for the person who wants to go slow and steady. That's basically a package of 4 at the minimum, my monthly stuff. Then there's the fling for the person who wants to move quickly. That's basically weekly or bi-weekly at the minimum. And then, of course, the lover who needs some extra attention. That's the custom package. So there's something for everybody. And there it is, you guys.
Oh my gosh, so
Yeah,
good.
so let's do it, is basically...
I love it. I love it. But it's true. I mean, that is kind of like your vibe with this. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
let's do it. Like, let's get into it.
Let's do it. And then I was like, remember in the beginning of this podcast, I would always say, like, we're doing it. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, it's always been there.
That's
Yeah.
great.
So, I'm a weirdo. And I was like, dude, why am I trying to be like other consultants to package my stuff? I was like trying to, people have like the gold membership and the silver. I'm like, what? I just gotta be myself. And that's basically what I'm telling people. You just gotta use you. And you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I finally named my stuff because I know it was just kind of like, what am I doing? So there you go.
You're definitely not a 24-hour fitness. This is not the platinum membership.
I'm a total woman, Jim.
Yes, that's awesome.
Funny.
Oh God. So that's it. That's my good shit. I finally consulted myself this weekend.
Good for you.
That's great.
Hey, thank you.
Well, we're very proud of you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
All right. Should
All
we
right.
get into it?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Before we do, I just want to say again, this episode of Self-Helpless is brought to you by Simple Contacts. So I'm the only one who wears contacts of the three of us because I am accursed. And I am always dreading going in for my appointment, which you have to do to renew your prescription. Like, I just get refills of contacts until they're like, you actually need to come in and look us in the eye. Hey, go. So that's why I was super excited about Simple Contacts. It's this great new app that makes the prescription renewal process really, really easy. So they let you renew your prescription and reorder your brand of lenses from anywhere in minutes. So they bring the doctor's office to your home. The vision test is designed by doctors, and every test is carefully reviewed by a doctor. So you don't have to be like, oh, is this like a Craigslist situation with my eyes? What's happening? Like, it's legit. And Simple Contacts offers an amazing selection with every brand of lenses, and their prices are hard to beat. And the eye exam is just $20, and they also offer free shipping. I was afraid they weren't going to have my brand. I went through a lot of different brands when I've been wearing contacts since I was 10, and like somewhere along the lines, I just developed an allergy to a lot of different salines. And so I have a very specific like disposable contact lens that I need every day, and I didn't think they would have them, and they do. So I mean, if you're sitting there like, they don't, my eyes are special. No, they're not. Please note, the Simple Contacts vision test isn't a replacement for your periodic full eye health exam. They only test that your current prescription still helps you see 20/20, and then they renew that prescription. So they don't write a completely new prescription or examine eye health. So again, I found mine. It's super easy. My optometrist that I like to see is back where I grew up, which is like a 2-hour drive from here. So it's like, it just saves so much time for me, especially. So to save $20 on your first Simple Contacts order, go to simplecontacts.com/helpless and enter the code helpless at checkout. That's $20 off your first Simple Contacts order when you go to simplecontacts.com/helpless and enter the promo code helpless at checkout.
Yes, and a big shout out to Blinkist. I love Blinkist, you guys. Seriously, thank you for sponsoring Self-Helpless. Blinkist is made for busy people like you who want to get the main the main points of books quickly without reading the entire book, which is definitely me. Go to Blinkist.com/self-helpless to start your free 7-day trial. So basically, yeah, in today's age, it can be hard to find the time to sit down and learn more. It's not easy when the likes of social media can be so addictive and time consuming. So you may think you don't have the time to read a book or to develop yourself. There's an app I highly recommend, like I said, called Blinkist. It's the only app that takes the best key takeaways, the need to know information from thousands of nonfiction books, and condenses them down into just 15 minutes that you can read or listen to. They have both options. It helps you get the main points from a book quickly without reading the entire thing with the audio feature, or you can, scroll through and read it in short chunks. It makes it easy to finish at least 4 books a day. You guys, I've been blowing through at least 8 to 10 books a day. I got through of my last 3 years of a reading list that I collected on my phone. I got done in a week. So now I'm on to new stuff. Okay.
That is amazing.
It's seriously, I honestly cannot recommend it enough. I have absolutely loved it. 8 million people are using Blinkist right now. Has a massive growing library with topics of self-help, business, health to history. I'm a self-improvement junkie, so that's like my one-track mind with how I use Blinkist. And again, under 15 minutes, you get done with one book. So yeah, please, right now, for a limited time only, go to Blinkist, check them out. They have a special offer just for our audience. Go to Blinkist.com/self-helpless to start your free 7-day trial. That's Blinkist, spelled BLINKIST. Blinkist.com/self-helpless to start your free 7-day trial. Blinkist.com/self-helpless. Thank you so much. Love you.
Thank you so much. All right. You guys ready for the meet?
Yes.
Let's do it. I'm excited for this meet today.
I'm revved up. I've been dreaming about it.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so
there is
good.
a distinct difference between you on another episode and you on a decluttering episode.
It's like my drug of choice.
Yeah.
This is what gets me high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I can feel it. I feel like I'm going to go home high after this and just want to get rid of so much stuff.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. We have some statistics about clutter. So the conscious mind can only pay attention to about 4 things at once. So there's some mental clutter we're talking about there. The average person wears only 20% of their clothing on a regular basis.
Oh, ouch. That hits home.
That hits home, and that feels accurate to me.
Yeah.
Doesn't that? The U.S. accounts for 3% of the world's children, yet buys 40% of the world's toys.
That is honestly so gross.
Isn't that nasty?
That's so
That
crazy.
is one of the grossest statistics I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's even with Toys R Us being out of business now. We're still doing it.
Dude,
Oh,
yeah.
can you
Yikes.
believe that? That was like our childhood.
I know. I love Toys R Us so much.
I never bought anything from Toys R Us growing up because, like, I think because we were poor. But when you'd go, you were like, "This is how it's supposed to
Oh my
be."
God, do you remember my dream was to have the Barbie Jeep? Do you guys remember that?
Oh
Like,
my gosh,
yes,
the
I
big
do.
wheels area. Oh, God, still want
We
that
are
in
the
my life.
problem.
We are the problem. Yes. There are roughly 300,000 items in the average American home.
What?
Yep.
That's insane. I mean, really?
Yeah.
I guess if you're kind of like individual utensils and stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
Think about your garage.
300,000.
Think about like your parents' house, right? And
Like
their,
a-
their
yeah, a
garage,
house.
everything in their
Okay.
drawers, all the different bedrooms, all the different crap in
okay.
those drawers and those bedrooms. Like, yeah,
Probably not in our apartments.
Yeah,
I
I'm
would say,
like,
but,
we're,
like
we're 90,000.
you know,
the average home.
average American home. A team of UCLA researchers recently observed 32 Los Angeles families and found that all of the mothers' stress hormones spiked during the time they spent dealing with their belongings.
telling you guys.
You're such a
I'm telling you
wise
guys.
owl of the forest vibe with these.
So where does that clutter come from? So you collect things for a number of reasons. A, you think you'll need to use it later. Oh, I'm so guilty of that. I'm like, well, I
Yes.
better hold on to it. But then you get rid of something, and then a week later, you're like, where was that thing?
How many
Oh,
times does
no.
that happen though? And when did you find a replacement? And did you find an alternative?
Yeah, but I could have just had it.
Yeah, but did it work?
It was fine. But in some situations, I had to buy another thing.
Yeah, well, I'll get to stuff
Okay,
later.
yeah,
We'll get
sorry.
through this first.
Another reason is it has sentimental value, which, you know, we've talked about that. Even Delaney has some stuff that just makes
yeah.
her heart get warm.
Absolutely, I have it on
Um,
display.
It's just when you're keeping all your Beanie Babies. That maybe
Oh,
that's too much.
God. We did a whole episode on
Kelsey
that.
Hard.
Yeah. Or C, you keep things because you spent good money on it, so you feel like you need to keep the item.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's one thing my friend Allison really like hit home on in her YouTube videos about declutter is like, you already spent that money, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like that's one way I think to help with that tip is like,
Yeah.
well, even though you spent good money on it, it doesn't matter because you already spent it.
And also, when you're looking at it every single day, you're feeling guilty every single day, and you're
Exactly.
carrying that guilt around subconsciously, whether you know it or not. So
Yeah.
get rid of it. And if it makes you feel better, donate it intentionally. Like if you have blankets or something, take it to the nearest shelter. If you have, you know what I mean? Like you can, if it makes you feel better mentally, to make sure it's going to somebody who's actually going to use it and not just going to like a thrift shop that somebody's going to buy it and you don't really know what's happening to it. If that makes you feel better, do it that way.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. And then the thing that we don't think about, I don't think about it like this, is digital clutter. So that's anything that goes ping and lets you know someone's talking to you. Social media, email, digital marketing. I mean, any apps you have, Snapchat, are people still doing that? I mean, there are so many things that you can have cluttering up your phone and thereby your mental headspace, but we don't think about those things. We're like, well, they're not physical items, so we've really streamlined. I have like 2,000 unread emails.
Oh my
and they're just
God.
I just need to get rid of those.
You know what I do?
What?
I select everything. If I've read everything that's important, I select everything in my inbox and I move it into a folder called everything. And I don't even take my time organizing that stuff because it's going to be an endless spiral. You're never going to get your emails organized, especially with all the crap coming in from, people selling you and all that stuff. So I just like once a week, all right, I select everything. It's gone now. I start off with a fresh, a blank space every week. And that way I can just go to the everything box and search what I need and find it.
That's really smart.
Or I can just search it from the top, box.
Yeah.
So you're just getting it out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah. Something I've had to become more proactive with is unsubscribing from marketing emails because the second you put your email into any like online store, they will send you shit for the rest of your life until you perish.
Yeah.
So I'm getting better at like once I see something come in a couple times being like, oh yeah, I need to unsubscribe from this.
Yeah.
And because otherwise it's just, even if you continue to delete it, you're creating more storage on your phone. Like it's just piling and piling and piling. So
Yeah, there's a reason it took me 9 months to send my first email from Dix by Delaney. I'm not going to be the business owner that pops up in your inbox twice a day. I refuse.
Yeah.
I am only sending stuff when it's happening and it's intentional.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, for 2 weeks I have this thing happening. Do it or not. That's okay. Like, whatever. I'll see you next time. I'll see you in another 9 months. Why don't we let it go?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about it. We fear getting rid of our skinny jeans means we give up on losing weight. We feel guilty for wasting money. We don't want to regret getting rid of something. Okay, here's the thing, people. Like for me, when it comes to sentimental items, I have my favorite sentimental items and I have donated everything else because the memory is not in the item. Okay, it triggers the item. I mean, it triggers the memory, right? So I took pictures of everything that I donated, and now I have them on my computer, or I have a little slideshow because I have that digital frame in my home. So I'm able to still trigger those nice memories without actually holding on to the stuff.
Yeah.
So again, just because you get rid of your jeans doesn't mean you're going to stop losing weight. I guess that's the example that we have here.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Just buy new jeans.
Yeah, and honestly, if anything, if you have skinny jeans and you're not fitting into them, it's making you feel like shit.
Yeah.
So get rid of them and buy the stuff that fits you now. And as you lose weight, you get new things.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right.
So, clutter's impact on your brain, whether it be your closet or your office desk, excess things in your surroundings can have a negative impact on your ability to focus and process information. Totally agree. Neuroscientists at Princeton University found that physical clutter in your surroundings competes for your attention, resulting in decreased performance and increased stress. Clutter overloads your senses, making you feel stressed and impairs your ability to think creatively. Definitely.
Yep. Okay, listen. If it's taken...
You should call your creative consulting business OK List.
Okay, listen.
Okay,
Delaney.
listen. But seriously, have you ever had the feeling where you wake up and you just look around and you feel exhausted and you haven't done anything yet?
Yep.
Yeah.
Chances are you got too much shit because it takes focus to look at all of your shit, whether you know it or not.
That's a good
So
point.
you get rid of it and you just keep what you love or what is functional. That's all I have in my home. If I love it, it's there. And if I use it, it's there. Anything else is gone.
Right.
Yeah.
You wake up, you feel like you can breathe. You feel like you have room to create things and move around and like do whatever
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's true. That's its own.
God.
Again, this just goes back to the feng shui stuff. That's just that clutter
just
is
gonna say
blocking
that.
your energy flow.
Exactly.
Totally. Yeah. As much, if you don't want to get into like the whole witchiness of it,
Yeah.
just the simple principle that if your space is a mess, you're probably also going to feel like a mess.
Absolutely.
And that turns your life into a mess. So,
You know that feeling like you walk into a hotel room and you feel like you can breathe because it's just very minimal decorations, it's clean, you know what I mean? That's the kind of feeling that I want to have in my home with a little bit more personality. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
But it's like, okay, there's only the necessities here.
Yeah.
Your
There's-
home does feel like that.
Oh, thank you.
When I walk in, I'm always like, even when you're like, oh, it's messy, I'm like,
Yeah.
it can't get messy.
yeah,
There's not enough
nothing
stuff.
in here to make a mess.
Yeah. And it's not just like a box that you have a couch in.
Right.
But the guy under us, the guy who lives under us, have
Yeah.
you walked?
No.
He's a very nice guy, but he had like no furniture in there for the longest time.
Really?
And then now he just has like a couch.
Oh, man.
and
I need to be
it's
this guy's best
very empty. Yeah.
knock on his door, get some coffee
It's
with him.
very interesting.
Yeah. So that's the feeling I'm always going for.
Yeah.
Right. You can relax. You can think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So
that.
good. What is it? Oh, are you cluttered? Okay.
A little quiz for you.
Little quiz. So expert Julie Morgenstern writes in her book, Organizing from the Inside Out, if you can find what you need when you need it, are happy in your space, and don't feel like your clutter is causing you stress, then you are sufficiently well organized. So at home, are you ashamed of your home? Do you avoid going home? Do you feel stressed at home or at work? Can you sit and think when you sit at your desk? Do you waste hours looking for lost items? Are you as productive as you think you should be? Oh,
yeah.
you guys, there has been living situations where I have avoided going home and I like to just stay out as long as possible because the moment I come in the door, I see all of this crap, whether it's mine or whoever my living situation is with, and I just want to run away.
Yeah.
It's not relaxing.
Yeah.
And it's like, where do you even begin? How can I even think about what I want to cook tonight if there's pots and pans and knickknacks everywhere? I'd rather just order food and go to my room. You know what I mean? So
Totally.
it's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that happens in the kitchen a lot. If your sink is full, you're like, fuck, I'll just order online. Like you just, it's so much.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah.
I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
I'm good. I think I'm good at being clean and organized, but I don't think I'm good about being minimal. As good as I could be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff this year, but even like clothing wise, like I'm trying to be better about, okay, if I haven't worn this in forever or if it doesn't fit like perfectly anymore, whether it's too big or too small or it shrank in the wash or whatever, like just let go of it and get rid of it and know that you can get other stuff if you need to. And most of the time, if you get rid of stuff, you're not going to feel the need to get more stuff.
Maybe once in the last 4 or 5 years that I've been doing this, that I thought like, oh, I could have really used that for this Halloween costume, and then I'm on to the next thing. Like it just doesn't happen, because all you're left with is the stuff that you are grateful that you have, and then the things that you're doing and moving forward with. But Taylor, if it's not causing you stress in any way, then you might be sufficiently organized. But if it's causing you like a little bit of like, oh man, what, I can't focus, or I can't do that, like it might be. But here's the thing, for me, whether you want to call yourself a minimalist or a simplist or whatever, it looks different for different people. Like, I don't know, if there's a dancer out there, she might have 15 different, tap shoes, ballet shoes, the whole works in her closet, and she uses all of those things on a weekly basis. I am not a dancer, so it would not make sense for me to have 15 different pairs of shoes in my closet. But I'm an artist. I have art supplies. I have paintbrushes. I have canvas, all that kind of stuff. So it means something to everybody. It's what you use and what brings you joy. And I think that the minimalists I think they mentioned somebody on their podcast who, like, this woman has like 500 Santa Claus figurines, because every year at Christmas she puts them out all over her home, and that is her thing. But at the end of the holiday season, she packs it up, puts it away, and her house is minimal. Like, it's, but she's still a minimalist because she puts those up very intentionally. It brings her joy, and you know what I mean? So it's like that person considers themselves a minimalist, but they do things very differently. But that is like their passion.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
And terrifying.
Also very scary. With clothing, I think I might have shared this tip on one of our other minimalist episodes, but for me, I get the same way as you do, Taylor, where I'm like, I feel like I should get rid of this, but I'm afraid to. So I will pack up a bag of those sort of clothes and I put it in my trunk.
Oh, yeah.
And I just let it sit there for maybe like a month. And if I, in that time, have not thought about it, have not thought, I would like to wear that, it's time to go.
Also,
That's
if
so
you
smart.
can't name the items that are in that bag, they should go.
Totally.
That means you don't really love them.
Definitely. That helps me. It's like a baby step.
Yeah.
And then it really solidifies it when you realize that you did not even look for it, you didn't reach for it in that whole month.
Absolutely. And just another thing for anybody's listening, if you want to hear us get real fired up on other episodes, we have a minimalism episode, a feng shui episode, and a life-changing magic of tidying up episode from back in the day, almost a couple years ago. So you can scroll back and listen to those.
Yeah. Those are some good ones. Those are some of my
that
favorites,
minimalism
actually.
documentary, and I know they have a podcast and stuff too.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to that yet, but their documentary is really, really great.
So good. And their podcast is great too. I feel like you're just starting, and they have a blog for helpful tips and stuff if you're just starting out. It's all good.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the myth of multitasking and digital clutter. All right. So Daniel Levitin, who's a McGill University professor of psychology and behavioral neuroscience, says that the brain does not multitask, but shifts rapidly from one thing to the next. So multitasking puts us in some kind of dopamine addiction loop. Okay, so each time we do a new small task, we get a tiny shot of dopamine, the pleasure neurochemical. Okay, so even in answering an email or responding to a tweet, that'll give you like this little dollop of reward. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, that makes much sense. So this causes us to not be able to focus attention on any one thing, and dividing our attention just makes us less efficient. Okay, so Mark Hurst, who's the author of Bit Literacy, which is a New York Times bestseller, comments on digital clutter. When you hear a ping or vibrate every few minutes from your phone, your brain doesn't get a chance to fully enter creative flow or even process experiences. So when your brain has too much on its plate, it splits its power up. So the result is that you become awful at filtering information, switching quickly between tasks, and keeping a strong working memory. So you think you're I'm whacking all these moles, but you're you're just sabotaging your own efficiency and
Yeah.
productivity.
Yeah, you're just doing a bunch of different things very inefficiently and not like you're not doing your best work.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the workaholics, we get it. Like, oh my
Yeah.
God, I'll have my phone open and my computer open and I'll be, cooking dinner. And I'm like, okay, I need to calm down. Let's do one thing at a time.
God.
It is hard. It's hard.
That whole chunk just hit me
Yeah.
real hard.
Oh,
The other thing is, and I mean, I don't know, we may have talked about this on the podcast already, but especially like Delaney, I know you've talked about it with Cam, is like if you're living with a partner,
Yeah.
they have their own ideas about
Absolutely.
what clutter is and what not being clean is.
Yeah.
Like Kyle likes to say we have different thresholds for discomfort, and I'm like, that's not. Nope, that's
Yep.
not what it is.
Yeah.
And he's a lot cleaner since we moved in together, but I mean, it can be really tough to be living with a partner who either is like very sentimental, keeps a bunch of stuff,
Yeah.
or just isn't as bothered by like clothes on the floor as you might be.
Yeah.
And so that's like, it's a whole other
Absolutely.
aspect of this.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. It's like you have to respect each other's boundaries, but also respect each other in compromise, I have found. Like with Cam knows how important it is to me to like keep things rather neat and tidy and minimal. It really, really affects my mental health if things are cluttered. Like I do not feel good. I run my business out of our home. I need clean surfaces to package things and to work and to paint and all that stuff. So it's like once I express the importance of it and how it makes me feel, and also like what kind of background I come from to where I am this way, which I'll definitely talk about on Patreon. He got it. Like you just have to be really open. And then I also have to respect, like, I understand that you're not like this. And I understand Cam is a shoe bitch, okay? He loves his shoes.
Oh my God, so does Kane.
Oh my God. Oh God. The newest Yeezys and the newest thing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
Really?
that's fine. I was like, bitch, you can have your shoes. I'm not taking your shoes away from I'm not trying to take your shoes away from
Yeah.
you. I'm just saying, can we find a system for you to organize your shoes that makes me feel not like a crazy person? So
are the
Cam,
worst.
dude, if you walk into our closet, Cam has most of the closet for his shoes and clothes and stuff. And that's fine. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Because it's, again, out of sight, out of mind. We found a system that works for us. And I'm like, look, if you're going to buy 3 pairs of shoes coming in, can you maybe look at one that maybe you're not using and we can donate? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I'm just saying, can we be a little bit more mindful? I'm not saying
Right.
you have to. It's just a nice suggestion. Like if they don't fit on these 3 rows of racks, maybe consider some other stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
But we respect each other, but we also work together. So I
Yeah.
think you just have to kind of find that happy medium.
Yeah.
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 Oh my gosh. I have a good example of digital clutter. So I told you guys my computer died, right?
Yeah.
And I had to get a new one. That was
Yeah.
a while ago now. Guess who still hasn't transferred stuff from their old computer onto their new one? Because I just haven't.
What?
Yeah. Which is like,
You haven't needed it.
I need to go do it. Like I need to just put it on a hard drive and like take it in. And I've been told it's very easy. But like
you haven't needed it.
I haven't needed any of it. I haven't looked at any, even before, like my computer was slowing down and I knew it was going to die and I should have just taken it in earlier. But like I really wasn't using my computer. I was just on my phone and it was like, oh, maybe I should just let this go. Because
Yeah.
it's just all like, I mean, it's just memories is on there basically. Like there's photos and
Put it
stuff.
on a hard
but-
drive. You have it
Exactly,
when
that's
you
what I'm
want
saying.
it, but you
Yeah.
don't need it in your face every day.
Yeah.
Or you
Right.
get a digital frame and you put those pictures up and you watch them go by every day.
Yeah.
Like,
But if something was really important to you pictures wise, you probably posted it somewhere.
yeah,
Is the other
Totally.
thing by now.
or it's in your home somewhere.
Yeah.
Or absolutely. Like especially, God, the messy desktop situation. I'm so bad about this because I'll put everything on my desktop that I need that week, but at the end of the week I'll take a look at everything on my desktop and I will file it all away if I don't need it for the following week.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, because I can't get anything done if I see that shit everywhere. It
Right.
is so stressful.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and I'm unfortunately the type of person that when I wake up, like I have to clean everything up before I get started.
Yeah, me too.
I wish I wasn't like that, but I also like it. It helps me like wake up and it helps me feel good. So it's like my part of my morning routine. But the nice thing about being minimal, it only takes me 10 to 15 minutes to clean things up in my whole entire apartment.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
I can just get on, or I can do it the night before and set myself up for the morning. But like, if you're like that, where it's like I can't get anything done before I clean this, this, and this. If you are that person, work with it and just make it easier for yourself.
Yeah.
Don't try to be like, don't try to get rid of it. It's probably not going to happen. You can try your best to, no, I'm going to do this, this, and this before I even think about cleaning up. But that doesn't work for me, because then I'll just stare at that thing that's on the floor and I won't be able to get work done because I have that kind of OCD tendency. So
For sure.
Yeah. And if you have places to put crap, you'll put it there. Like I got a desk with like drawers in it because I was like, oh, I want a place to put stuff. And now they're just full of papers and things I don't need, and I have to go through it now. And I was like, oh, I should have just gotten a desk with no drawers on it. Like Kyle's desk doesn't have any drawers on it, but his desk is always covered in crap, and like it's the first thing you see when you walk into our apartment. So we've had to have conversations where I'm like, hey, like I got him, like, speaking of compromise, I got him, like, I just went to like Office Depot and got him a thing for like papers, and I just put everything in there, and I'm like, we just won't see it. Is this good?
Yeah.
And so, you still have all your stuff on your desk, but it's in like a black file container. So
it's like the what is the rule where like you put one object on the table and an hour later there'll be 20 objects on that table?
Yeah.
It's like the
it's like a
pile
magnet.
up. Yeah, it's like the piling up effect.
Yeah.
That happens throughout your entire home, whether you know it or not.
Yeah.
yeah. And really think about what you use and what you need. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh, no, I was just going to say that Kane and I intentionally did not buy a dining room table when we moved to our apartment. We got rid of the one we had in our previous place because it really was not something we were even using to eat on. We would just sit on the couch and watch TV and eat at the coffee table, and that dining room table just became a storage area. It was just full of shit all the time, and so now we were like, well, we don't need this. No reason to like have it be a place to collect stuff.
I love it, Kelsey. I wanted to kind of talk about these general tips on how to get rid of clutter, and then talk more about all of our personal experiences. So every day you can write down the to-do list clutter. So get that stuff out of your brain and onto the page. I think we've all talked about how we have that like endless spiral of stuff that we have to do. Just use the ideology behind KonMari's tidying up. Do you honestly need this item? Do you love it? Does it have some sort of significance in your life? Does it serve a purpose? If the answer is no to all of these questions, get rid of it. As you plan your productive life, let your goals shape your organizing. Ask, what do I want to achieve or create? Determine, what things do I need to accomplish with this? Organize, prioritize your goals, will help you organize your space to make your goals more tangible. Example, keep your yoga mat near your bed if you have the goal to stretch every morning. As you interact digitally, set intentions for your use of social media platforms. Why do I use Instagram? For business or for personal use? Know the settings for notifications and privacy of each digital service you use. Download an app that monitors your use of different social media services. There are so many, between Marie Kondo and the Minimalist, there are so many good, easy tips and questions to ask yourselves. I think I'm a really good combination of the KonMari method and the Minimalist ideology. I'm a little mix of both. I think sometimes they can be on different end of the spectrums, depending, for example, I think Marie Kondo would be more willing to keep a lot more things that you might not really love or need. And sometimes the minimalist can swing like, let's just sleep on the floor in a beanbag, and I'm like, okay, let's maybe, but like find your happy medium, whatever that means for you. That's kind of where I fall. I mean, the person sleeping on the beanbag might be perfectly happy, and that's great. That would not make me happy. But you just got to find it. So some of the best rules that I've kind of adopted myself, the minimalists have something called like the 20-20 rule. So if you can replace it for under $20 or in under 20 minutes, and you don't use it, you haven't used it in the last several months, get rid of it. Chances are you're never going to need it again. And if you do need it, if that time ever comes, with the click of a button, you can get it again.
That's a great
whatever.
rule.
And here's the thing, like, oh my God, Cam and I both had sleeping bags in the last couple years. We do not camp. We hate camping with a passion, fiery passion. And I'm like, why do we have sleeping bags? Let's get rid of this shit.
Earthquake? Or?
Oh my God.
It's like, I don't want this. I don't use it. I don't want it. I don't want to go camping. I have no intention of ever using that. And then we did end up going camping together in the last couple years with one of my best friends and her husband now. But they had extra sleeping bags for us. We didn't
Oh
need
my
it.
God, funny.
We didn't need it. It's like you can usually borrow that thing
Yeah.
that you might only use once every 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, or it's like, yeah, if you're going skiing, hey, do you mind if I borrow your skis for the weekend? Or like, you don't have to keep it. And I'm not saying to like burden other people with the shit that you should have. I'm saying like, you can probably find something. Or
Right.
let's say that you want to go like half and half on a cost with something. Like maybe you're starting your own production company and you want to go halvesies on getting lights and equipment, you know,
Right.
and you guys trade off like using that stuff, whatever. There's always something that will work for you and
Yeah.
not overwhelm you.
Definitely.
So, you know, the 2020 rule, so good. I love when the minimalists say that just in case is like one of the most dangerous phrases in the English language,
yeah.
because just in case is no, you're not going to use it.
Yeah.
And you're holding out for this person that you aren't currently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like this constant reminder that's just, you're not doing that. So why don't you serve the person that you are right now?
Yeah.
You might end up being that person that for that just in case item eventually, but you're not doing that now.
Yeah.
Oh God, there's so many good ones. But yeah, like the money, like I've already spent the money, or I feel guilty, all that kind of stuff. Such good questions. Don't keep something just because you feel guilty. So and so gave it to me, so I have to keep it. That mentality is awful.
Yeah.
That was a big one from when we did Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. The idea of like, what was a gift? And what if they find out that I gave it away? It's like,
They never will.
they never will. And them giving you the gift, that was the whole point.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
act of the purpose of that is over now.
Yeah, and guess what? You gave them a gift, therefore you own it, and you get to
Yeah.
decide what to do with it.
Right,
That's
exactly.
how gift giving works.
Exactly.
You know, you don't want to give somebody a gift and be like, don't ever get rid of that, and if you do, I will find out.
Yeah.
That is not how you give gifts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not a good friend.
That's a threat. That's not a gift.
Yeah.
Exactly. So ask yourself those questions. And also, like, if you're like me, I've had to have conversations with my loved ones about gift giving, which can be an uncomfortable conversation, but like the longer they see you kind of live this lifestyle, they get it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it might take them a little while to get on board and be supportive, but like they start to understand it, and they might make fun of you all the time, but that's okay. You know,
Right.
like, you know, there's certain people in my family, it's like taken them a while to understand like what it means. And I swear the last holiday season I had was the absolute best. It took several years, but they got me all stuff I love that I can use, food items, like stuff like shampoo, you know, like all that. I'm like, thank you for listening to me.
Yeah.
You know, it's so good. So, you know, those questions can be challenging, but it's nice to let people know, like, if you are that person that can feel guilty about holding on to stuff because of the gifts, just say, you know, for gifts this year, I really want experiences. I really want consumable items.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to talk about like, I don't want your things. Just like, I really want to do X.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's easy to be like, hey, can you give me some ideas for gifts for you this year? Like, it's easy to start that conversation that way and then be like, by the way, like, if you need some ideas for me, these are things that would be helpful for me.
Yeah.
Totally.
So you're not just like going into it like, I want, you know, like, that's always a little
Or just be
uncomfortable.
like, just give me a gift
Yeah.
card.
Love that
yeah.
approach. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So good.
And I do feel like we can do a deeper dive into some of the more personal stuff on Patreon, because I
Yeah.
know, like,
Yeah.
generationally with our parents, I'm sure that's partly why our generation is more minimalistic than our parents, because we've seen how our parents handle items and like kind of
Yeah.
more of that hoarder mentality, and
Yep.
it makes us be like, oh fuck, I don't want to be like that.
Yeah.
So I know I think you have some stuff you want to share about your fam.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Okay. I have some stuff I can share about mine as well.
Yeah.
So we can do that on there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel like in your space right now? Like when you wake up in your home, do you feel...
I feel pretty good. The one thing that I'm having trouble with lately in our apartment is how dark it is downstairs.
Yeah.
Like, even if you open the blinds, like, especially
Right.
on the side, I don't know if yours is brighter or not.
It varies depending on the day, time of day. Yeah.
And just like, because the kitchen is so far back.
Yeah.
And like kind of small. So that's been a little tough for me when I've been home. I mean, at night it doesn't make a difference, but during the day or in the morning, I don't really want to be downstairs because I feel a little claustrophobic.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a little bit like,
Get
maybe.
one of those giant, like those standing really bright lights. Cam and I had to do that.
I feel like I got an extra lamp and stuff, but
Yeah.
it's just, it's just different. Like
Difference.
lamp light is just not the same as sunlight. And during the day, you feel like it should just be sunlight.
Right.
And when I have stayed in places or gone places that have really good natural light, I'm like, well, this makes a big difference. And upstairs, we have such great natural light. I mean, in like the loft area.
Yeah.
So, not anytime soon, but I think like I'm starting to think about, when I'm at a place where I feel like, okay, work's not going anywhere and we can move into a bigger place, or because it would be really great to have like an office that had like natural light that we could both work in.
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, Kyle like doesn't, we're kind of like, we kind of forced his desk in. You know what I mean? Like, you've been in my apartment. You see how it's just kind of there? Because we thought we were going to have more space upstairs because the layout wasn't what we were expecting.
Right.
And he's even said a couple times, he's like, we could just get rid of this desk. He's like, I work at the dining room table or on the couch or I go somewhere most of the time. So part of me wants to just get rid of the desk altogether.
Do it.
And have more space and see if that helps. But yeah, I think just,
More
coming
space,
up.
more natural light.
That's great though. But now going into your next place that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Like those are like you
Trial and error.
learned about it. Like, okay, I need natural light.
Yeah.
That'll be such a easy weeding out process for you when you look next.
Yeah, definitely.
What about you,
Yeah.
Kels? Like, how do you feel in your space?
I mean, the space itself, I think, is really nice. I'm glad we took that leap and made that upgrade. I have invested in more plants. I started with some succulents and I was like, okay, haven't killed these ones yet. So then I was like getting bigger and bigger, and now I feel like you walk in and you actually do see a lot of green, and I will say that is so helpful. I just encourage anybody to like add some plants to the mix. Really, like, it adds color, it adds life, it helps make the air more purified. It's nice. So for me, I mean, I continue to like wish I could declutter the city that I live in and like make the air nicer and like less cars and less people. And so that's tough because I wake up and I'm like, oh, this is like a lovely apartment. I just wish I could like uproot the apartment itself to like Washington State or something like that.
Yeah.
But the space itself is nice though.
Good. I'm glad you guys are happy with where you're at.
You feel good, right?
I feel really good. Yeah. I like moving to this place, I was so excited to decorate everything, but I didn't know where the hell to start. Like, I was excited because it was my first opportunity to like decorate my home. And I found what ended up helping me the most, this might help other people too, is like, if you don't even know where to start with decorations and your stuff and your this, I just went around each room and kind of like, set an intention. Like we kind of talked about, like, what is this space for? How do I want to feel in this space? What do I want to be doing in this space? So like, okay, TV room, I want like warm colors. We'll be watching movies. We'll be cuddling. That's what this space is for. So we have like, movie posters up. We have bright orange cushions, like all that kind of stuff. Then in the dining area, which is also like my workspace, I'm like, okay, I need to be organized in this space for all my dick supplies. Like, I heard that putting plants in your work area makes you feel really productive and all that, or purposeful, as one of our helpsters would say. I didn't want to have any live plants because I just didn't want to risk to having to take care of anything. So I painted plants on canvas, and you'll see 3 flower paintings right by my workspace.
Nice.
So I kind of just like, I modified it to fit me. So it's like, okay, I'm being minimal, but I'm being intentional with why these are here. And I swear it made a difference. Like, it just made me feel like bright and cheery, right? And then the bedroom, I'm like, okay, this is for relaxing. This is for doing it. This is for like reading, meditation. So I wanted everything to feel really calm. When we first moved in, we had like paintings in there that just like didn't make you feel relaxed. So I changed it up a little bit. It's only like really light purples and light blues. Like, all the colors are intentional, and the way it's like set up is intentional. So that really helped me with figuring out what the hell I want to put up and why. That might help other people, because like there's so many different decorations out there and colors, schemes, and ways to do it. So it's like, well, what makes you feel relaxed? What makes you feel energized? That will help you with colors and decorations and all that shit.
And there are fake plants that look pretty good. Like, I have some real plants on my desk because it's right by a window. But I wanted like a big plant for our bedroom, and I didn't want to have to worry about killing it. So I looked around for a long time. I think I found one at like, I don't even know. Hobby Lobby or Joann's or something like that, and we have like this big plant in our bedroom that's totally fake, but it doesn't matter.
They say not to
good.
have real plants in your bedroom anyway.
Really?
Just because it's not something with the air, like it's not like as safe or something. Like
Really?
you don't want to be like breathing it at night or something. Yeah.
Really?
It's like a really big thing. People talk about it online all the time that you're not supposed to have like
Whoa.
live plants in your bedroom.
Oh, that's so weird.
I thought you would think it would make it better.
I know. It's weird because like they are air purifying. I don't know why, and I don't want to like look it up right now because I don't know how long it would take. But yeah, look into that. You're just you're not supposed to have them in the bedroom. Not sure why.
My goodness.
All right. Well, we love you guys. Please, as always, rate us and review on iTunes. It takes like 5 seconds just to click 5 stars, and it really does help. And then when does this come out, you guys?
I think
This comes out next week.
Yeah.
So on June 3rd.
Oh, terrific. I am at Crackers Comedy Club in Indianapolis the 6th through the 8th. I know there were a couple helpsters who were going to come when I was supposed to be there in January, and then I had some health stuff, so sorry about that, but I am back June 6th through 8th, and then June 14th and 15th, I am headlining Flappers Comedy Club in Burbank, and I believe June, I think it's like the 26th through the 28th, I'm at Levity Live in West Nyack in New York.
Awesome. Nice. This weekend, I'll be headlining the Washington Performing Arts Center in Olympia. It's like a 600-seat giant, beautiful theater. It's gorgeous. Usually there are some like older folks that attend that. So if we've got some younger helpsters, I'd love to see some young faces. But they are always like great crowds. It's a beautiful place. So I'll be there. And then the following weekend, June 14th and 15th, I will be in Norfolk, Nebraska for the Great American Comedy Festival. That's Johnny Carson's hometown. So it's kind of like a Tonight Show festival type thing. And it's supposed to be cool. So go to kelseycook.com for tour dates and tickets. And also make sure to go back and listen to those other episodes we have about minimalism and decluttering. If you liked this type of a thing, like Delaney said, we've got a few other ones that are like it, and they're super fun.
Yeah. And check out The Minimalists, Marie Kondo. I think Joshua Becker is another big minimalist person. They have all great, helpful tips. I cannot stress enough that if you can declutter your stuff, it will improve your life so much. So just try it out for a week or two. See how you like it, right? And then as far as anything I want to announce, just I've been loving the one-on-one consulting with you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of my 2-month beta launch. I can't believe it's already been 2 months. You guys were right. I love it, and I'm going to make more time for it. So I'm not going to be announcing it publicly for the next couple weeks. So it's really only available for helpsters right now. So anybody who listens to the show, if you want to, schedule a consultation with me, DelaneyFisher@gmail.com. I would love to fill all my spaces up with self-helpless listeners before I have to fill it up with normies. Go to the old general public. Spots are limited. I don't want to burn myself out, but I do love doing it. So hit me up if you're interested.
Awesome. All right, we love you guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. You guys, we love you so much. Thank you for supporting Self-Helpless. You can follow us on social media, on Instagram and Facebook at Self-Helpless Podcast. And you can visit selfhelplesspodcast.com for all things self-helpless. Learn about Patreon and how to sign up. Our merch is there. Information about our Facebook group and how to join. All the episodes you can listen to are on there, a little bit about the show. Our individual sites are linked there, and our contact information, email, and P.O. box if you want to send us some love letters. And you can follow us individually as well. I am at Delaney Fisher on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and DelaneyFisher.com, where you can watch my docu-comedy special, Love It First Cousin, for free. And then DicksByDelaney.com if you want to buy some dick mugs.
Sweet. I'm at Kelsey Cook Comedy on Instagram, at Kelsey Cook on Twitter, kelseycook.com for all tour dates and merch. And my album, Savor It, is still available to buy on iTunes. And you can watch Wrists of Fury, my foosball web series that has an episode with Taylor and Delaney on the All Things Comedy YouTube channel.
And I am at Taylor Tomlinson on Twitter and Instagram, and ttomcomedy.com for my Netflix special and all live tour dates.
Sweet. We love you guys
so much.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Can you help?